Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle
New
reporting.
construction options. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes. Vehicle report. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Report acknowledged. Waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
New construction
Waiting.
options.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative.
Training. Building. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Base under attack.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting order. You got it. Reporting. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting knowledge. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Roger.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. You got it. You got it. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Waiting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Vehicle acknowledge. Yes, sir. Waiting knowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New
Vehicle
construction
reporting.
options.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledge. Yes. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting knowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Report. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Affirmative.
Unable to comply. Building in progress. Building.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Base under attack. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledge.
Building.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Building.
Vehicle report. Acknowledge.
New construction options. Training. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Cannot deploy here. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledge.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledge.
Building.
Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy
Yes,
here.
sir. Acknowledge.
New construction
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Building. On hold. Building.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I'll get my ring.
Vehicle yes, reporting. Sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Structure sold. New construction options. Unit ready. Building. Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
Reporting. Right away, sir.
Construction
okay.
complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
report acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Affirmative. Waiting order. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. On hold. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
On hold. Cancel. Structure sold.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting or acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Yes, affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order.
Construction complete. Building. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Vehicle report acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here. Cancel. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Awaiting
Construction
acknowledged.
complete. Unit ready. Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Order. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Construction complete.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Structure sold. Building.
Awaiting order. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Right away, sir. Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Base under
Acknowledge.
attack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Primary building set. On hold.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, acknowledged. Wait. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, acknowledged. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Report. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Report. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Base under attack.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Waiting order. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Waiting order. Waiting order. Yes, affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Your time. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Yes. Affirmative. Waiting for affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting for acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Yes. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes. Yes. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Primary building set. Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Vehicle. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Building.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit boss.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Yes, affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledge. Reporting. Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting. Acknowledge. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order. Acknowledge.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Reinforcements
Affirmative.
have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reported. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit boss.
Waiting order. Acknowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Report. Acknowledge. Waiting knowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Awaiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Awaiting order. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Yeah, okay.
Unit lost.
Yes. Affirmative.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Reporting.
Yeah, okay.
Awaiting order.
Reinforcements
Affirmative.
have
You
arrived.
got it. Roger. Affirmative. You got it. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Ready and wait away. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. You got it. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Mission accomplished.